Welcome back to today's project. I'm at the farm this evening, and we've got a bit of a warm spell going for late autumn. That lines up perfectly with some fruit trees that just came in for an orchard I've been planting. Let's get it laid out and get the trees planted before Old Man Winter arrives. We'll be planting apple and pear trees. They prefer well-drained soil and lots of sun. This gentle slope leading down to the pond with full southern exposure should be perfect. I'm pacing off about 15 feet from the drip line of the large trees at the wood line. I'll do this once at the bottom and drive a stake, and then at the top and set another stake. Now I'm connecting the two stakes with a string for a nice straight line. I hope to enjoy these trees for many years to come, so I definitely want to spend a little extra time up front to make sure they're laid out in a way that looks good, especially since these will be visible from our home site when we build. Three lines around 100 foot long, ready to go. Now we paint. I'm walking off about 15 feet between each X. The trees we're planting today are semi-dwarf sizing, and 12 to 15 feet is recommended between the trees. I've got the same distance between the three strings as well. Now that the string and stakes have served their purpose, time to pull them and do a little digging and sweating. Maybe not so much sweating, but the digging is easy with the tractor. This is the biggest auger I have for the 3-point. It puts a 10 to 12 inch diameter hole in the ground. I'll clean them up a bit by hand while planting, and that's perfect for these trees, as the nursery advises a hole to be 2 to 2.5 times the size of the pot, which are 4 inches. Now to the trees. 16 in total for today's project. 1 row of 6 pear trees, 3 Bartlett and 3 hybrids adapted for my climate zone, and 2 rows of 6 apple trees. 4 Granny Smith, 4 Golden Delicious, and 4 Honeycrisp. I picked these varieties to suit my climate zone, as well as to cross-pollinate each other. All but 4 shipped in 4-inch containers. These 4 are bare roots. I've been soaking these all afternoon in water, per the nursery's advice. Planting is pretty straightforward. Score the roots on the bottom of the root ball when removed from the container to encourage new outward growth, as the roots may be root bound depending on how long they were in the container. Loosen up the dirt in the hole and check that the tree won't be too shallow or too deep. The root graft bump should be above the surface of the soil. I use this as a gauge for depth on all of the trees. And pack the dirt around the tree, being careful not to leave any air pockets. I'll speed this up as daylight is fading fast and I lost most of my planting footage to the dark. Almost lost my pocket knife as well, but got lucky and found it. I purchased these tree trunk protectors with the trees. They guard against critter damage while the trees are young and more susceptible to damage. I've moved the tags up where they're visible as well. I'll remove those later as the trees start to put on more girth. Into the next day now. Just a quick wrap up. I'm installing a square of non-woven landscape fabric around each tree and mulch over top of that. This will keep the weeds and grass away from the trunks, which will make it easier to string trim and mow around. I'm making sure to keep the mulch away from the actual tree trunk itself, as disease can spread that way. And that does it for this one. Not the normal firewood or equipment video, I know. So if you've made it this far, don't worry. Plenty of the usual content coming. This is just what's going on around the farm this week. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next project.